Hey everybody, and welcome back to the podcast. I'm Nick.
And I'm Tanner.
What are we talking about today, Tanner?
Today we're going to make some assumptions.
The only time I've ever given an outro or an intro is just literally be me mocking you.
Right, yeah, I know. I noticed. Today we are making some opinions and some ideas on what we think is going to happen in the final installment of the Avengers.
RenderForce.com.
I do have to interrupt and just say I hate to complain, but no, I don't. I love to complain. I think it's the lighting. It's hot.
It is hot in
Every
here.
time we
The
shoot
AC
these
just kicked on.
Whew. Anyways, I'm sweating a little bit. So yeah, everybody could say, you know, you make a lot of these Marvel movies and stuff. Name a more popular franchise.
At this moment
I'll wait.
in time.
At this moment in time.
Yeah,
I'll wait.
At this moment in time, there's not one.
Marvel, they make really good movies.
Yes.
Really good stories. You get to know the characters and stuff. It is a thing. It's popular.
Right.
I love them. I think they're absolutely amazing.
Right.
Me and my wife have watched all of them except for two, which are the newest
Slacker.
ones. Which is the newest one.
Slacking.
Which is actually no one. There's only there's just one. We ain't seen Ant-Man and Wasp, which we will see. I am going to see before November.
You have to.
I'm going to.
It's important. The MC. You know what? I went back and listened to a podcast that happened like maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago, and you said, no, Tanner, you can't give any spoilers until like November. Guess what?
No, it's not November.
It's almost November.
Not
so
November.
if you do not watch it by November, I'm going to start spitting out stuff.
Oh.
I'm going to be like, and then this happened, and this happened,
No,
and this happened.
No!
Then
Not
watch
allowed.
it.
Okay,
You're going to
I'll
go
watch it.
home today,
I'll watch it.
and you're going to watch it.
Forgive me, God. I will watch Ant-Man versus Wasp.
Tonight.
No, Ant-Man and Wasp.
Tonight.
Not versus Wasp. Tonight. Well, you got it.
Tonight.
If you got it, I'll watch it.
I think it's on Netflix.
I don't have Netflix.
I can only do so much, guys.
We have
I can only do
Hulu.
so
We have
much.
Hulu, not Netflix.
Who pays for Hulu?
Who pays for Hulu? We do, apparently. So,
Anyways,
we're
back on
talking
topic.
about Avengers 4, and I have not seen Ant-Man versus the Wasp. Or
So he has-
Ant-Man and Wasp. I keep saying versus.
He has no idea what's going to happen.
Okay, my brother has seen it too, and I briefly asked him about it. He's like, there is not that big of a spoiler in Ant-Man versus Wasp. It's going to like change everything that I know about Thanos and everything. He's like, I kept saying I'm like, but Tanner said. He's like, Tanner's exaggerating.
What Tanner said is that the end scene is going to piss you off. That's what Tanner
my brother
said.
said it does not change, like, it's not like a drastic change.
It is a big change. Brother lied to you. The end credit scene changes a lot. A lot.
Talking about predictions with the new Avengers coming up, Avengers 4.
You want to go first or me?
I'll go all day, baby. You want me to go first?
Go for it.
I believe that Doctor Strange cursed the time stone.
I believe that as well.
And I believe he did it, and it's linked to Tony Stark. Because he said, Thanos, I'll trade you the time stone for Stark's life. I think when he did that, because look at Doctor Strange, he don't care about nobody.
He don't like Stark.
He don't care about nobody. His whole thing is to protect the universe. He don't give a crap about anybody.
Yeah.
Even his Asian friend, he'd probably,
Yeah.
you know.
But he doesn't like Stark.
Yeah, so him and Stark they're not friends, they're not besties, they haven't like gone to college together, they don't have any like party experience.
Right.
They are two guys who literally met like moments before, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So for him to say, I'll give you the time stone if you spare his life, I think right when he did that, he cursed the time stone and he made like a deal.
Okay.
That basically, in my mind, this is my interpretation. Remember,
Yeah.
the movie ain't come out.
Go for
I
it.
have
Go
nothing.
for it.
I think that if something happens to Stark, that it's going to rewind to that moment. It's going to rewind because he said you can have the time stone to spare Stark's life. So if Stark dies, if Thanos is involved some way in Stark's death, I think it's like a time loop and it's going whoop.
That would be really cool.
Because Thanos had all those stones and he was like, that's the most powerful. You didn't use your strongest weapon against me.
Because he could literally turn back time.
Vision had a stone. He said, no, that's not your strongest weapon. You did not use your strongest weapon against me.
Because he could literally just turn back time and
he could absolutely. So I think he did like not necessarily a loop, but they were always talking about, well, it's going to be time travel or dimension. Right. I think that's what it is. I think he put a thing on it that said, as long as Stark is okay and survives, you can have the time stone. Okay. So if something happens to him, the time stone is coming back into my possession. The only way for that to happen is for it to go back in time. Think about it.
Well, here's the thing.
He's dead now. He was destroyed, even though I think they're trapped in the Soul Stone.
They are.
That's just my belief.
Anyone who died by like the snap,
it was actually his left hand. Did you notice that was his left hand?
They went into the Soul Stone.
Thanos was a lefty.
Spoiler, anyone who died by the snap will come back by destroying or controlling the Soul Stone.
We know that for sure because there's people who are dead who have movies that are coming up, so we know.
But the people that died by Thanos' hand, like Loki, they're gone. They're not coming back.
Ignore him.
They're not coming back.
Ignore him.
Spoilers. But okay, so if you go back a little bit further than that scene in the movie, his son, Thanos' son, is trying to kill Doctor Strange, and he's like slamming him up against the thing, and he reaches for the stone, and he says, you'll find, he says something along the lines of...
It's been a while since we've seen the movie.
Yeah, it has been.
He's on a roll. Let him go.
Yeah, he says something along the lines of, you can't remove the stone, and he says, well, I'll pry it off your cold, dead corpse. And then he says that, oh no, he tries to take it and he can't, and he ends up saying it's a easy spell, but you'll find it quite unbreakable. And then he says, well, I'll pull it off your cold, dead corpse. And then he says, like Doctor Strange responds with, you'll find removing a dead man's spell very troublesome. So he's already cursed the stone. By that point in the movie, the stone is already cursed.
See, I disagree. I don't think it is cursed. He put a protection thing on the stone.
Right.
Except I don't think that it was
You think he put it in that loop.
When he was sitting there like thinking, or he was seeing all of the, like, what was it, a million?
Yeah.
Like
it was a lot more than that.
Like a billion possibilities how it was going to go. He saw one that worked. I think it was because he knew that if he cursed the stone with somebody's life, like if this is my theory, if somebody gets hurt or killed, which is he put on Stark, who's the biggest, obnoxious, loudmouth, but somebody who is a true hero who would lay his life down. I think that's what he did. So he's like, if Stark dies, I get the stone back. How can I get the stone back if I'm dead? He has to reverse it. And the time stone can do that by going back. And a lot of people will say, but the time stone, what if they were destroyed with the snap? Did you not see the gauntlet?
It destroyed the gauntlet.
Not the stones.
Not the stones. But a lot of people believe that the curse that he put on it was too, when he used it, it would destroy the Infinity Gauntlet. That's what the curse was.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe that either, but why create this thing that can just be all powerful, and it's essentially taking the power of the stones and letting you use them? This
is my theory when it comes to the time stone.
Okay.
It is cursed, and I think the main thing, first off, I think he put a thing on Stark's life, but another thing I think when you use it, the curse was activated.
Right.
Which is why he never used it. He cursed before Thanos showed up. He cursed it, put the, and he was getting everything ready. He needed the barter, I feel like. So he was waiting for it. He knew it was going to happen. He saw the future. He saw this. He saw every single step of how this was going to work.
Right.
He saw it. I believe that the reason he was like, this is the only way, even if they would have beat him, I believe he would have come back again.
Right.
There would have been some way. With the stones he had, he would have escaped. He would have come back. I believe he sat there and saw it, and that he was going to keep coming no matter what. He had to do it.
Right.
Because he was not going to stop, and if he would have gone down, somebody would have took his place to do it once the knowledge was done. So the only thing to do was to get the gauntlet, let the snap happen, and let it be destroyed. I feel like that's what he wanted. That's this whole plan. But I feel like when he cursed it, the curse would activate when it was used. Which is why
when the snap was used. Because he used the stone.
That's right. He used it to bring back vision.
Yeah, he used the stone. It was the snap that made the gauntlet destroy.
Start getting into it, and then you're like...
But what doesn't make sense is, why have this thing that can transfer all the energy of the stones, but then all of a sudden this thing's got a flaw? It can do all this stuff and use the power of all these stones, but the moment you use it to, like, its good ability, boom, it destroys it? That doesn't make sense. So that's why a lot of people believe...
Like, well, he didn't use all the stones. Bullshit. He did. Because when Thor appeared, and he threw, what was it, Warbringer? Is that the name of it? He threw Warbringer. If you saw, he used he's actually a lefty, he used every single stone in the gauntlet to try to stop Warbringer, and that SOB came flying and hit him.
Hit him right in the chest. And he said, you should have went for the head.
But that's my point. So, in a little bit of it, but we're going with, that's my theory on the time stone. The second thing that I want to talk about is Spider-Man. Everyone ate it. Hey, man, dust. Spider-Man
got to talk.
He was like, I don't feel so good.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, why? Why was his
Spidey sense?
That's yes.
Yeah.
His spider sense was telling him that something was wrong, and it was freaking the crap out. And it was like, you're in danger, you're in danger, you're in danger. He couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
If the snap was done, it was done.
Yeah. There was nothing he could do.
How crazy is that?
Yeah.
Think about how sick that is.
Yeah.
That he could,
he knew it was going to happen.
Yeah. So his spider sense was telling him he was in danger.
Yeah.
And he couldn't do anything about it.
And that's the only reason why he was able to react before it happened.
Because it's sensing it. It knew that it was happening. Yeah. Okay, here's the other thing we'll talk about. The guy who plays Captain America has officially retired. After Thor has ended.
This was,
Which means Captain America is going to blank. Tanner, go. How is he going to leave? Is Captain America just going to retire like that cheesy ass thing they did in the Fast and the Furious where he drives off into the sunset in a motorcycle, nobody seen him again?
I don't believe that.
Is he going to die? Is he going to make the heroic sacrifice and sacrifice himself? And is that part of the Time Stone curse? How's it going to happen?
Okay. I believe, because Chris Evans, Captain America.
Great actor, by the way.
He posted on Twitter saying, it's been fun, guys.
Love y'all.
We just wrapped. Loved playing Captain America. It's been the time of my life, blah, blah, blah. He's done playing Captain America. So that means he's not coming back unless they have some throwback idea or something like that.
Which he might.
But at this moment,
then he goes the whole Hugh Jackman thing. Right. They actually come back.
At this moment, he's done. And with that being said, I think that he will, because he's all about good and doing the right thing. I believe that he will sacrifice himself.
Before he became the super soldier, the scientists literally sat down in the thing, and I think they were drinking. No, he's drinking alcohol. Yeah. Talking to Steve, and Steve was like, "I don't want any." And he was like, "When all this is said and done, I'll probably quote this wrong. Right. But he said basically something along the lines of, "I don't want you to be a great soldier. I want you to stay or become a great soldier. I want you to stay a good man."
Yeah.
So I think that's the heart of the character. I think he will die. But I also think that Captain America won't die. But the guy, Steve Rogers, will die. But Captain America, I believe, will carry on through Bucky. I think Bucky is going to come back after the Soul Stone or whatever. All these guys are going to come back. I think he's going to come back. Steve's going to die. And he's basically going to say something. You didn't even quote me on this. Zoom into my mouth and quote me on this. Bucky's going to say something along the lines of, the world needs Captain America. They need the image. So he's literally going to he's going to have his fake arm. He's going to put on the suit, grab the shield, and say, I'm going to carry the mantle of Captain America.
Okay. There has been...
Hold me to it.
There has been other people in the comics to play the role of Captain America. Yep. To have that image and title, even though they weren't, Chris Evans or whatever.
I mean, Steve Rogers.
Steve Rogers, yeah. Chris Evans is playing.
Chris Evans in the comic.
But
spit it out. You're hesitating.
I am. I feel like he's going to sacrifice himself. And what threw me off was they had the Civil War, right? Marvel Civil War. It was a huge movie.
Oh yeah, it was big.
Go back and read the comics. The way that the Civil War ends is Captain America dying. That's what ends the Civil War and brings everybody back together. They didn't do that. They didn't go that route down that road. They avoided that. They turned off.
Did they? He left his shield. He walked away.
But he came right back.
No, he went to Wakanda. No, he went to Wakanda and went into hiding. He did not come back until Stark was like, Thanos is coming.
Right.
And got the like old Nokia phone and was like, boop, boop, boop.
That's the thing. In the comic, he died dead. Captain is dead.
Somebody's going to argue and say, well, image-wise, he died because he laid down the shield. He didn't use the shield. He did wear his helmet.
It's not the same thing. My point that I'm making
It's not the same thing. Okay, so let's go on this point. Batman's all over Gotham. What if Batman said, I'm not dressing up, I'm not going out, if someone's in help, I'm not going to help them? Can I say Batman's dead?
No, you can't.
No.
No. Because he didn't actually die. Now, here's the thing.
Metaphoric death is what it is.
That's not... In the comic, he physically died.
I'm not arguing that.
I know that. So what I'm saying is...
At the end of this Civil War, he metaphorically died. Because he was like, that shield doesn't belong to you. And he was like, as soon as he did that, he was no longer Captain America. He was like, I'm Steve Rogers. Because even when he fought Thanos, he didn't wear his mask with the A on it. He didn't carry his old shield. He wasn't Captain America. He was Steve Rogers. Open your mind.
I think that they changed it. Because he has to die. Not metaphorically. Metaphorically. He will die.
I'm not arguing that.
Hands down. I think instead of doing it the way that the comics did, they're going to kill him in this one. You just said your own self you thought he was going to die.
Yeah,
but now I'm giving a different reason and you're disagreeing with me.
I think Stark's going to die too. I think they're both going to die together.
You think that... See, remember the throwback to when at the end of the movie Stark had that vision?
Yeah,
he was the only one alive?
Yep. What I think is going to happen is that basically Captain America, I'm not calling him that anymore. At this point, he's Steve Rogers.
Okay.
Because he's thrown down the shield. I think what he's going to do, he's going to sacrifice himself to give Tony an opportunity. And I literally think something along the lines of Tony is going to swap his soul for the souls in the Soul Stone. One for all that was snapped. And I think that he's not necessarily going to die. He may pop up, he may talk or whatever. But basically it's going to be like a reverse snap. Where instead of half the universe dying, Stark's going to go, not die. He's technically going to die, but he's going to be in the Soul Stone. Right. He's going to turn to dust. And everybody who's dust is going to come back. But Captain America, I believe, is going to die to set it up that way. I don't know how they're going to do it. Maybe it's going to be like a time loop where Thanos is like reverse snaps and he's like, holy crap, what's going on? As the time stone rewinds everything back to the point that Doctor Strange wanted to. And I think at that point, it could even be when he was like, Thanos was like, I'm going to crush you. And then he was like, boom, he grabbed it and he was holding it. He was holding it. It could be that point. Something like along those lines where he's like, I don't know, grabs a stone, something. I think somewhere along the lines, he's going to sacrifice himself. He's going to be sad. I'm going to be crying like a little bitch in the seats with snotting all over my popcorn. Oh, my God! He's going to sacrifice himself, and he's going to be like, Tony, you have to do this. No, you can't do it. I have to. Boom! He's going to eat it like Vision. And then once it's over, Stark's going to be like, I got to do it. Fill in blank here what he does. I don't know. This is the way I'm going with it.
Right.
And it's going to swap. Stark is going to swap his soul for all of them in the Soul Stone. I could be so wrong about this, but this is what I think. Then all the people who are in the stone's going to come out, and then he's going to go in, and it's going to be the swap. Which could have been what Doctor Strange was talking about. Maybe that's why he wanted to sacrifice it. He's like, I have to set it on somebody. Stark, he's the kind of guy that would do it. His life for everyone else is someone that reverse the snap, basically.
Right.
That's what I think. That's what I think is going to happen. And I think War Machine's either going to take over as Iron Man. Right. Not necessarily. He'll probably still be War Machine, but he'll be like patrolling like Iron Man did and stuff like that. And on top of that, though, I also think that Bucky's going to take over as Captain America again. Because he can't be the Winter Soldier anymore. Right. You know, he has to. He's not gonna sit around and do nothing. They have this in character invested, and he's going to come back because he was part of the death in the snap. Right. And everybody in the snap, I believe, is going to come back. So I think Bucky's going to come back. I think that War Machine at the end of the movie, War Machine's even going to be like, "Here's the shield." He's going to be like, he's going to grab that little robot arm. He's going to grab the shield, and you're going to see the robot arm holding the shield, and that's going to lead to like a new series of movies.
Here's a question.
But hold on.
Okay.
Captain Marvel.
That's what I was about to ask.
The Nova Corps, I believe, is what she's part of.
How do you think Captain Marvel and Adam are going to come into it?
I think that basically when the whole thing rewinds, or whatever it's going to do, or when everybody's coming back out, I believe that the game changer in the battle is Thor's going to be gung-ho and ready, but I think maybe it doesn't go back in time. I said that, I might reverse that. Instead of going back in time, what if, and just think about this theory for a second, what if for some reason everybody comes back out, but this time Adam Warlock and Captain Marvel have stepped on the field? Not just Captain Marvel, what if she brings the Nova Corps?
Yeah.
Which is Nova, there's a few other ones I can't remember for sure. She brings them down. Now that's a game changer. And what if everybody comes out at one time? So you literally have the Avengers, the Nova Corps, Adam Warlock, and the Guardians.
Yeah.
All on one. And what even though it reverses, what if the gauntlet still broke? But what if Thanos his army wouldn't come back either.
Right.
His army, remember, if the snap killed them, they're dead. If they were killed before the snap, they're gone anyways, which means he has no army.
Right. Yeah, because everyone from the snap would come back.
Which is Thanos himself.
But
Gamora's still going to be gone.
Right. Yeah, Gamora.
Vision's gone.
Loki. Vision.
Ignore him. Loki's died. Loki's died several times. Even though he literally said there's no coming back this time.
Yeah. Loki's dead this time. There's no...
I don't want to accept it because I like Loki.
I do too. Like, my car is literally named Loki. Like,
really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I named it that when I bought it. Yeah.
Nice. But yeah.
Like...
But Loki, everybody's like, look at the bad guy, look at the bad guy, look at the bad guy. How many times has Loki sacrificed himself, or fate sacrificed himself for the greater good? How many times? Yeah. Greater love hath no man that'll lay down his life for a friend. Yeah. That's the Bible, homie.
We could be completely wrong about all of this.
Or at 21, which makes me want to bring up another thing. Is it just me, or is Thor the strongest character in the universe now?
He is. Once he realized that his power didn't come from the hammer.
No, once he got Warbringer.
Dude, he's stupid strong.
Done.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he opened the thing and went to Earth without the black dude who, I was a fan.
Yeah, I was so mad when he died.
Dude, I was there like, I held Holly's hand and then he ate it and I was like, no, of all people.
Yeah.
I was a huge fan. What was the character's name? Started with H.
Yeah.
I don't know. I loved that character. That was a dope character.
I don't remember. He was awesome, though.
Anyway, what about the Asgardians? Are they going to come back?
No.
They were killed before the snap.
They're gone.
So there's going to be no Asgardians but Thor.
Yeah. Thor is literally the last.
Unless there's a soul dimension where the Asgardians are still living. No, because he didn't even have the Soul Stone. I don't want to think about that. Anyways, getting off the topic. I just want to talk about how strong is Thor now?
Stupid strong.
He literally threw the axe as he was like shooting all the Infinity Stones, everything he had to stop it, and it still hit him.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Thor is overpowered right now.
So who can step up to Thor? And as some people are saying, and here's another theory I want to bring up, some people are saying there's a greater threat out there. A lot of people are talking Galactus.
I could see that. I just don't know if that's the direction that they're going to go in.
I don't know, but I can tell you we'll know for sure halfway through the movie if the Silver Surfer pops up.
Right, yeah.
If the Silver Surfer pops up, that means Galactus is coming. Those of you who don't know Galactus, he's worse than Thanos. He's a lot
the eater of worlds.
Yeah. He's basically what Doctor Strange, similar to what Doctor Strange, I feel like, made the deal with. Remember?
Yes.
He set himself in a time loop. He's similar to that guy.
That was so awesome when he did that.
So good. I love Doctor Strange.
He is one of my favorites. He's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely amazing.
He's just the fact of he has all the magical arts, and then on top of that has the time stone. So he can just be like
insanely strong.
Let me just back up time real quick. Okay, that's good.
Exactly. He's super insanely strong.
Yeah.
Like the sorcery thing wasn't strong enough.
I know, right?
Add in the time stone, the ability to use time.
Yeah. God, that's awesome.
Absolutely insane. What's your thoughts, man? Give me a recap.
Okay, so I believe that this is going to be a huge showdown. I think that all the good guys are going to meet up and they're going to try to figure out where to go next and what to do. I think that Stark is going to run off on his own, just pissed off, going after Thanos or whatever he needs to do. Thanos is back on his own planet, right, on his own world, watching the sunset. That was what he said he was going to do after he did it. So they've got to find a way to get to him. I think that's where Captain Marvel's going to come in.
I think he's inside the Soul Stone. When he did the snap, he himself was part of it.
See, now a lot of people believe that.
He disintegrated. He was part of the snap.
So you think he went into the...
I think he's inside the Soul Stone because he was not he was not a physical presence anymore at the end of the movie. He was gone.
Right.
Like, they didn't pick up his corpse and be like, you punch his corpse. It's gone. He was dust.
Right. But
Dust in the wind.
Where did the gauntlet go?
Dust.
Where'd the Infinity Stones go?
I don't know.
See, because I've heard that because whenever he's out there looking at the sun or whatever, the sun is like blood red.
And Gamora is right beside him, who's dead.
And the thing is,
maybe Gamora will come back because technically she was killed for the stone. Maybe she will come back.
She was killed
for the stone, though. She wasn't
not by the stone.
She was like, I didn't get in a car accident. No, yeah, the stone killed her. So why would she not be in the stone?
The stone didn't kill her.
Well, she was killed for the stone, though. She was a sacrifice for the stone.
It's different, though. My thing is,
I think Gamora's going to come back.
I've heard the whole thing of that he went into the stone himself. He was part of the ones that died or whatever. And the best thing that I've heard was the sun was this deep red color, and that was him inside the stone. The sun beating through the stone was making the sun that color. Yeah.
It's an interesting theory.
It is. But I think that Adam Warlock and Captain Marvel are going to be huge in this next film. And they're going to come in, and I think they are going to be the huge deciding factors on this war and how it's going to go. Them and Doctor Strange.
I feel like the final battle is going to replay in a way. And I feel like the main game changers are going to be Captain Marvel and Adam Warlock.
Right.
I feel like that they're going to show up, and it's just going to be too much Thanos. Yeah. Even though apparently Thor by himself could have took out Thanos.
If he'd aimed a little higher.
I'm gonna end on this last question for Tanner.
Okay.
Who's to blame more, Thor or Star-Lord? Whose fault is it for the snap? Is it Thor's fault or is it Star-Lord's fault?
Thor.
That's not the answer I expected.
Here's why. Here's why. They could have stopped Star-Lord. You notice none of them did. None of them stopped him. They could have stopped him. But the thing was, Doctor Strange had already seen every outcome. So Doctor Strange literally just kept saying, stop.
No, stop.
No, stop. Wait, don't do it. Oh, he did it. Like, he could have stopped him. He could have literally been like, woof, and knocked him back.
A lot of people are going to argue that and say that he had like the ropes on Thanos and was like, he couldn't have done anything. He was tied up. No pun intended.
Still, like, I believe he had already seen all the options. So he knew he had to let him do that. He couldn't stop him. If he stopped him, we lose. It has to play out exactly this way or we lose. So, I believe
then could someone argue it's Doctor Strange's fault?
No, because Doctor Strange took the only route of winning. The only route.
Then is it anybody's fault? Or did everything happen the way it had to happen?
Well, essentially everything has happened the way it has to happen for
if
whatever Doctor Strange saw.
If it happened any different, then Doctor Strange was
right.
wrong.
If Thor had hit him in the head and killed him,
it wouldn't have happened the right way.
Something would have went wrong.
What if he saw? What if Doctor Strange was like, okay, I see all these possible futures. What if he saw a worse one, where Thanos died, and they were like, oh, we have the gauntlet. Well, I guess we'll put it in shield storage. And somebody else in the world, more dangerous than Thanos,
could
was
have got
like,
it.
I want that.
Yeah.
I want that bad. Thanos wanted half the world. He wanted population control. He wanted half the world dead. What if someone else found it? Like, I want, like the Joker. I want everyone dead.
Yeah, just to watch the world burn.
I just want to watch it all go away.
Yeah.
Or I want to be the last one.
I mean, that could have been a thing. But he saw every possible outcome. And he saw one where they actually made it.
There's two rumors that we're going to go through within the next 60 seconds I want to talk about. One, do you believe it's possible that the X-Men can make an appearance coming up eventually?
Yes, I don't think that they will in the next 3 movies.
Okay. The last one I have to ask you, actually, dang, I forgot it. Oh, here it is. What is the possibility that with the success of Sony's Venom, what is the eventuality of Marvel bringing in Venom?
Okay. I have a few problems. One, they took out 40 minutes from the Venom movie which took the rating from rated R to rated PG-13. So whenever it comes out on DVD, they'll have an unrated version that has that extra 40 minutes in there. Everybody is saying that the movie was okay, could have been amazing if it had that other 40 minutes. Now, with that being said, Marvel does not own the rights to Venom.
Whoa! Marvel bought everything Fox had. Everything, son. Everything.
Did they?
Yes.
I was told that Marvel only bought the rights to Spider-Man back, not all their villains.
Nope, they got Spider-Man. That's why they had Homecoming. But then they went and bought everything.
Then why is Venom made by Fox
It's
in
because
association with Marvel?
It's an association, which means they own it, but they're letting them do it because I think because
That was a mistake.
No, what?
That was a mistake.
They had to pay Marvel to use him. Marvel made money off that movie. The Deadpool movie's now owned. Marvel will make money off of it. They own the rights. They kind of bought the rights from them, but they're letting these producers and stuff. Well, they've already had these movies planned. Marvel's like, go ahead and we'll cash in on it. I think eventually, Marvel wants to, they'll have eventually Deadpool.
Probably. It would be so great. It'd be so great.
Idea.
But
I don't think they will for this reason. I think they may have him make, like, if they were, if the two worlds, well, no, if the two worlds collide, kind of, what they'd have, he would make like an appearance, maybe like meetings and stuff. And he would say a few little funny things, stuff like that. But I bet they'll have if they do bring him in, he'll be the leader of the X-Force.
Right. They've already said they're making an X-Force movie.
Yeah, but right now it's going to be under Sony. But if Marvel brings him in eventually, I think the way it'll be like, this threat is facing Earth. The Avengers are going to do this. The Guardians are going to do this. X-Force, you do this. And I think each one's going to get their own movie. Right. There'll be one movie, like the end of one movie, where they'll talk about their game plan, what we're going to do, how we're going to handle it. And then there's going to be all these separate ones. I bet X-Force is going to be rated R and be more for the adults. And then you're going to have this one, and then you're going to have this one. The Avengers and the Guardians and blah, blah, blah.
I can see that.
What about the Inhumans? Do you think they'll ever make an appearance?
I don't think so. I think that the Inhumans will make appearances in, like, the X-Men and stuff. I don't think that they're going to come into anything around what we're talking about now.
Last question, and we're ending it. I have for you, what about the Defenders?
The TV show, The Defenders and stuff?
The Punisher.
Love
the Punisher, first off. Yes, but will they ever make a movie appearance?
I don't believe so.
Well, like, what if in Avengers 4, what if after the snap, they're like, we got to bring somebody else in? What if all of a sudden, like, Iron Fist, the Punisher, Luke Cage?
I don't think that they will.
Daredevil.
They've made such a big deal about the Defenders of some people protect the world, some of us need to protect our own towns. And we need to be here for our people, not the world.
So Spider-Man went global, basically. Is what
right, yeah. And
he's an Avenger.
Right.
So if you're an Avenger, you're global, but you can be like a hometown.
Right, and that's kind of what the Defenders are.
Wow. Well,
I can't imagine Jessica Jones running on the battlefield up to Thanos. Like, that's just, I can't imagine that happening.
No, well, maybe she's doing like detective work and crap.
Right,
she's got her own thing. Anyways, calling it here. Go ahead and end us.
Thank you guys for coming along. This was a longer one, but this is a huge topic.
Yeah. Tanner, if you want to, you can break it in 1 and 2. I'm sure they won't care too much.
Right. If you enjoyed this, please give it a big like. Think about subscribing and sticking around. We bring these out every Monday on every podcasting app and on YouTube at 8 a.m. And
sharp. I thought you'd be slack about it, but no, I've noticed 8 a.m.
It
sharp.
is on the
Boom,
dot.
Baby.
8 a.m. It is posted on all social medias. And yeah, guys, if you have any fan theories on what you think the Avengers next movie is going to be, leave some comments down below or a voice comment. We'd love to hear from you. And yeah, I think that's it.
That's it for me.
Thanks for coming along, guys.